Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys can hear me pretty good. I'm finally back home, back in the garage. Got back from my deployment basically, and man, it feels good to be home. I'm shooting today on a new camera, trying something out. I usually typically shoot on a GoPro Hero 7, and so I've just transitioned to the Sony ZV-1. And we're gonna try this out. So I don't really know how exactly it's gonna work out, but I at least wanted to give you guys an update on what's going on with the Camaro. I know it's been a couple months since I posted a video. You know, unfortunately with my job, it's pretty hard for me, you know, being in the military and being gone, trying to make any type of videos. I mean, it would have been me, you know, at work or in a hotel room or something, trying to explain something to you guys. But anyway, nonetheless, so I'm back. As you guys can see, there are boxes everywhere here. So I've got stuff rolling in, all kinds of stuff coming in. There's the brakes from Strange. We got all the stuff right there. I mean, all kinds of stuff. Got new axles coming in. I got the new tires put on the front. Got a set of 28s here that's gonna go on it. I gotta get ready to do those, but like I said, it's just, I'm back and it's rolling, and we're gonna start making some power here hopefully soon. So I just definitely wanted to put out this video and let you guys know like what was going on. I know some of you guys will feel like maybe you're in the dark with things, but we are close. I literally have ordered every single thing for the car. Like this past week or so that I've been home, every single day I've been on the phone with people, you know, from, you know, Midwest Chassis to Racecraft to TKM. I mean, everybody, like Motion Race Works, Doug over there. So I mean, it's just like, I mean, trying to get everything, and it's ridiculous because sometimes people don't understand what type of effort it takes to putting in building a car. Sure, you have the physical side of things that it's, you know, actually getting out here and getting it done, but you know, getting the stuff that you need to get ordered, you know, little fittings here, little something there, like, you know, you think you got it, and I did it. Like I went through and bought like a whole bunch of stuff for the fuel system, and then I completely forgot about like one little fitting here, and I'm like, ah. So then I had to make another order with additional things. So it's kind of crazy, but it's just part of the building process, as you guys know. So I think the topic of today, I don't think I'm going to show it. I'm just going to leave this video nice and short to kind of give you guys an update. But I'm going to get the 28s swapped over. I currently still have the 26s on the wheels right now. So I'm going to get those 26s pulled off, put the new 28s on it, and I'm probably going to stab the new axles back in the rear end, because I'm at a point right now to where the last thing I need to buy, and I don't have to buy it, but I'm going to buy it, is all new coilovers around all the way for the car. The front has currently single adjustable Strange coilovers, and the back has double adjustable Vikings with, I don't even know the spring rate or anything on it, but they're white. So I have no idea. And so I am going to get in contact with Viking, and I'm going to put double adjustable Crusader valved Vikings all the way around the car. And we're going to get the spring rate set up. I'm going to tell them I want the, you know, predetermined ride height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the strut coilover off of this, and then that way I can get a jack underneath the tire, and I'm gonna run the tire up into the fender well at like what I want the car to be sitting at, like at ride height, and then I'm gonna take the measurement from the T-bar up to the coilover mount, and I'm going to get that overall coilover measurement so I can call them, and I'll do the same thing for the rear, and then that way I can get the coilovers coming. Because theoretically, could it go down the track like this? It could. And you know, a lot of people are going to think like, well, why don't you just go ahead and run it the way it is? Well, I want to have as much control over the suspension. A lot of people think just by pouring power or trying to adjust power or timing or boost or something on a car is like you know, the only thing that you got to do to a car to get it to go down the track, man, you are sorely mistaken. There is tons and tons and tons of information that goes into ensuring that your suspension is set up right. And with me starting this build off from scratch, there literally is, like, I have no idea what anything is set at the moment. So I am trying to get it started correctly. I'm going to put the right coilovers on it, and then I'm going to go from there. So, but the first order of business before that, I've got a front and mid plate coming for the motor. I'm going to be transitioning it away from the traditional motor mounts, which right now, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll try to zoom in here, but it's got solid motor mounts. You can see them down there bolted to the block. Kind of blurry there for you. Sorry about that. But basically, I don't want to continue with motor mounts, so I ordered from who did I order from? Rock Solid. I got them from Rock Solid. So Rock Solid Motorsports, I got their front aluminum plate, and then their steel mid plate. And then once I transition to that, I've also ordered the new K member. It's going to be coming from Racecraft, so it's no longer going to have the motor mount stanchion coming off of it. And then also it's going to have, for a lot of people have asked me this, but the rack and pinion mount is also moved forward on the car 6 inches. And so that's going to help me transition to the steering. A lot of people were wondering like how I've got the steering to work. Well, right now, currently on this K member, I have not. However, if I were to continue with this motor mount and stuff, I would basically take that rack and pinion and I would build new mounts forward of the engine and make it to where that outpost where you would plug up the steering shaft would come away from the header, so you'd gain clearance that way. And then it would take the rod ends and tilt them back, because now the mount would be up near my main knuckle on my hand, and it would be aimed back like that. But you just, you buy the bump steer kit and all that, and then you're good to go. So slow process. As you guys know, I'm a one-man team out here, but the good news is that, parts are rolling in. So I took some time off from work, and so literally I can get out here every day and chip away at every little thing. I have all the Holley stuff coming, so I'm going to start getting the car wired. I got some stuff coming from Race Wire Solutions to get like the Dominator and stuff mounted up in the dash, and then I've just got to get some, get everything lined out. You guys will see it. I'll debut it all on, all the parts installed, like seat brackets, all this stuff, battery mount. Like, I got to get it all in the car and get it going. I think what I'm going to do is, once I get the car motor plated and the coilovers at least measured and ordered, I'm going to go through, once the fuel system's built, because I got the fuel system coming too, I'm going to get everything mounted to where all the things are going to be in place, and then I will transition into wiring the car with everything in place. And then once everything's wired and it's got the correct links and connectors on it, I'll then get everything mounted inside. And I bought from Race Wire Solutions, they've got like a under the dash mount plate, like a carbon fiber plate that you can mount the ECU to. So it's super sweet, makes for mounting, and it's clean and easy. So I'll take and get all that stuff mounted. And once everything's mounted and wired, and we know the car is like gonna start up and run, I'm gonna pull everything back out of the car, and I'm going to paint it. So I'm gonna get the engine bay here painted, get the front nose and all that stuff painted here. Same thing with like underneath the car. You can see like, where it used to have like the original factory like liners and stuff. So I'm gonna pull all that stuff back out, and I'm gonna get all this stuff painted up in here. Same thing with I'm gonna be keeping the factory strut. I'm sorry, I got a mind blank right now. Jesus. Anyway, this fucking thing, because I'm an idiot right now and I can't think of the fucking terminology for the lower control arm, upper control arm, spindle. Jesus, I'm an idiot. It's early, but I'm gonna get the spindle powder coated, and then that way everything's looking nice and fresh. I'll stab the new brakes and stuff on it from Strange, and I'll make the video. So I know I'm rambling on, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video, but I wanted to go ahead and get it out for you guys, let you guys know that like I haven't gave up on you. The build is not like, you know, going under. Hell, if anything, it's like it's turned up. I mean, a lot of these boxes are from like all my safety gear, like my new helmet, Hans device, you know, jacket, pants, boots, and then a lot of the other stuff was like, you know, the ignition coil showed up, the brakes front and rear showed up, Moser finally got my new axle sent out, and so everything else other than that should start pouring in tomorrow, which is Monday. And I think most of the fuel system stuff is showing up. I think the only thing I'm gonna lack on the fuel system is the actual hose itself. I went with Earl's Ultra Pro hose. I took Devin Vanderhoof's suggestion. If you guys follow him on YouTube, and Facebook too, I guess. But his YouTube stuff, he talks about, you know, hollow wiring and, you know, all his fittings and stuff he uses. And he highly suggests using the Earl's Ultra Pro stuff. And I've seen a couple other guys use it too. So I went that route. It's a little pricey, but he kind of brought up a good point too. Like, if you're going to use it and do it right, you might as well do it right the first time. Spend the money, because if you buy cheap shit and you put it on and it leaks or whatever, you're going to end up spending the same amount of money in the long run. So that's kind of my thought process behind the whole build to begin with, is the fact that, like, I want to do things right the first time, so that way I'm not going back in 3 months or 6 months when the car breaks or this. Like, stuff's probably still going to break, but you know, that's going to happen in the world of racing. But the little things that comes back and bites you in the ass because you cut corners or whatever, like that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to avoid. So then once everything's lined out and I got it all, I'm going to get PST on the phone, and I have made the decision that I'm going to go with their carbon drive shaft. So at first I had thought about doing a local build here where they do chromoly drive shafts, and they're great. I'm not talking down about them, but I wanted the extra weight savings, and on top of that, like, once you break a carbon drive shaft going down the track, a lot of times it's not gonna like flip you or do something crazy and stab into the concrete or whatever. Like, a carbon drive shaft just, you know, if it breaks it and sticks in the ground or whatever, it just disintegrates. It like blows apart. So like, yeah, they're more expensive, and they make them now to where they'll hold crazy power, but I wanted that added safety to that as well, because, you know, you break a U-joint or something like that, or it falls out the transmission, you know, off the spline or whatever. I mean, it happens, and the drive shaft breaks and sticks in the ground. Like, you have the potential of like flipping the car. And so I know it's kind of far-fetched, but it has happened in the past. And so, you know, you add that extra layer of safety by going to a carbon drive shaft, and you potentially take that out of the equation. So but really, guys, that's it. I will get back to you guys on the next set of videos here. Like I said, I'm not going to bore you. I've already made a video about swapping tires when I put the 26s on the rim, so I'm not going to make a video of that, but that'll get done, get the axle stabbed in place, and we'll move forward with some of the other stuff. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, like the video if you can, or if you want to, or if you don't, whatever, that's cool too. And then we'll talk soon again. And if you guys got any comments, make sure you hit it down below. I read all of them. Send me any messages with any kind of questions, and I'll try to get to you guys' answers. So, all right, thanks. See you next time.